Some species, you're not going to be able to see that. Tropical trees, we'll talk about that towards the end, but tropical trees, more than likely, you will not be able to see that growth.
So what you say for some trees they're not going able to see then ring them.
So phloem. So we said xylem and then phloem. So in terms of phloem's main job is to move carbohydrates or sugars produced in the leaves throughout the tree for storage and use. So what you have with the xylem is pulling water up through the tree, and you got the phloem moving the sugars from the leaves into the tree. So you got one that's pulling it up from the roots and from the soil, and the other one that's taking it from the leaves and moving it into the tree. We also have bark. Phloem is sometimes referred to as inner bark, and what we think of as bark is outer bark. And so bark is the outer covering of the tree's branches and stem, composed of protective tissue. You can also sometimes get bark on roots as well. And then on our, what we could also see within the bark or in gaps in the bark is we might see lenticels. And lenticels are small pores in the bark for gas exchange. So looking at a picture of what we're talking about here, so this part right here, that's the part that we usually see and we call the bark of the tree. That's our outer bark. The phloem is our inner bark. We've got our xylem, our sapwood. We've got our cambium layer, so that's our meristem, our lateral meristem, where we're adding more growth to the diameter of this tree. So we've got our sapwood, and then we've got our heartwood, so here we're no longer conducting water. We're just we've got the wood that doesn't conduct water. And here, this is our xylem, where we are conducting water and minerals and taking things through the trees. We mentioned lenticels before, so if you look closely at the bark of a lot of different kinds of trees, whether you're looking at the twigs or the branches or the main stem, you'll see little dots. And the dots can look in lots of different patterns. Some have like diamond patterns. Some it's just kind of like a long line. Sometimes it's just little dots. I mean, it's almost it's almost some sort of like tree braille or something. But they're all just pores, basically, to allow for gas exchange to happen. So the idea of taking in CO2 from the atmosphere and turning it into oxygen, that happens through the lenticels.
So this is only easy way it cuts the tree middle. You see from the outer back to the inner back when at the phloem, to go meet the cambium, till you meet the alive wood when at the sapwood or the xylem, then you dey beat the heart way na the wood way don't die. So now so you don't describe the tree from out they go inside. Then the last thing we can describe now the lenticel. The lenticel now the outer of the back where you can see them. If you buy something like a crocro, but now then dots them where the tree itself can use for breed. So now that.